Hey, Hurst Hills Falcons. Today is a great day for me to share with you some of our newest books here in the library. So strap in for a minute and sit down and listen closely because I'm excited to tell you about some of the newest books in the library. I'm going to start with some of our new picture books. Now, some of these books we have actually had for a few weeks. We've had them since before, basically right about the time the school year started, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you about them. So I'm going to talk about them pretty briefly here. We've got this fantastic book, Frankenslime by Jay Keller. So Frankenslime is a take on the story Frankenstein, except instead of trying to create a monster, this young lady, Victoria Franken, is a slime scientist. She's creating amazing slimes when one comes to life. So this is a fun book. We're actually going to do something really fun with it not too long from now. And in the back of this book, there are actually some recipes for making 3 different kinds of slime. So that's kind of fun. Then we've got Facts, Opinions, and Robots. Facts versus Opinions versus Robots by Michael Rex. This is a really great nonfiction book that talks about the difference between facts and opinions using robots to kind of illustrate that. So sometimes it can seem a little bit confusing. People can very confidently tell you something as if it was fact, but really it is their opinion. So this is there to help you to distinguish between those two. Then we've got Brains, Not Just a Zombie Snack by Stacey McAnulty. So really fun book here. It's a nonfiction book as well, and this book is designed to teach you about the parts of the brain, and it is a zombie that is teaching you about those parts of the brain. So really enjoyable, fun, quick read. By the way, all of these are award winners from one award or another. Another great one here, Butterflies Are Pretty Gross by Rosemary Moscow, excuse me. So this is a nonfiction book and talks about butterflies, but what's fun about this book is that we always think of butterflies as these very beautiful, very pretty things, but just like anything else, butterflies have some gross facts. So this goes into a lot of the gross facts about butterflies. One of my favorite facts in here is about a specific kind of butterfly whose rear end looks a lot like its head, and its predator will attack it and rip the rear end off thinking that it's killed it, but the butterfly can still fly away because it was just its rear, and it can live without that. So that's Butterflies Are Pretty Gross. We've got Vamos, Let's Cross the Bridge, right? So this is Little Lobo has a brand new truck, and his friends and him are trying to cross the bridge to get to a big celebration on the other side. The art in this book is really fantastic. It also is a fun book to kind of learn a little bit of Spanish with this book. Another book that we've got is Watercress. Again, an award-winning book. It says, driving through Ohio in an old Pontiac, a young girl's parents stop suddenly when they spot something growing in a ditch by the side of the road, watercress. And ultimately they harvest some of this watercress, and she is deeply humiliated by what she perceives as her family's poverty, humiliated by what she thinks is like dirty and gross. But ultimately she ends up getting a lesson in her Chinese heritage and the beauty and the love of gathering watercress together. Another one of our fantastic picture books we've got is Don't Hug Doug. He Doesn't Like It. Written by Carrie Finnison. So this is a book about personal space and about boundaries. So it's a book about being clear on whether you're interested in hugs, high fives, handshakes, that kind of stuff. So that's Don't Hug Doug. We got 3 books that kind of go together. We got The Cool Bean, we got The Bad Seed, and we got The Couch Potato. All of these by Jory John and illustrated by Pete Oswald. Actually, I think they did it together. So The Couch Potato is a really great book, and these are really fun, cute books, right? And they have lots of funny puns in them. But this one deals a lot with kind of balancing indoor play and screens with going outside. This one deals a lot with friends growing apart and realizing that you're not so different from one another, and kind of caring for your friends and looking out for people who might get made fun of or picked on. And then this book deals with the idea that some people have had like a rough time. They've gone through some hard things. But just because they make mistakes or once in a while they act bad doesn't make them bad, and that there is a balance of those things. So that is The Bad Seed. And another picture book we've got here is Pirate Stew by Neil Gaiman. So this is a story about a couple of kids whose parents decide to go on a date, and they hire a babysitter who happens to be a pirate. And he's a chef pirate, so he's going to make them some pirate stew. And he invites all his piratey friends, and they go on a piratey adventure. And when their parents get home, they have to explain that piratey adventure. And in addition to that, they might want to be wary of that pirate stew for good reasons. So that is Pirate Stew by Neil Gaiman. So that is our new picture books that we've added to the library, some nonfiction and some fiction. I've got another video coming in just a few minutes that's going to kind of highlight the rest of our new books.